Hi, I'm Megan with Heart, Mind, Soul, and Strength, and today is Friday, friends. So we are kicking it on my couch in anticipation of much needed rest this weekend. So if you were following the last vlog, you knew that we had a busy weekend last weekend, and it just fed right into an even busier week. Last weekend we were hosting a yard sale, all proceeds going towards a mission trip to Senegal that I'm taking in October. So shout out to Hope Community Church for supporting me in it and all the people who came out to it. It was incredible. I had also forgotten how hard a yard sale is. I'd actually never really done one in my adult years, not since I was a child. So yeah, yard sales are real, and I am so appreciative for the people who just randomly volunteered throughout the week to come help us set up and help us sell and help us just navigate a yard sale. So the night before we set up everything, took us over 8 hours to set out all the things that we were selling. It was quite a bit. And at the end of it all, one of the volunteers said, "Oh, you should make around $300 because of all the things that you have here." And that hurt my heart. I was thinking, God, all of this work for $300? Not that I won't be grateful and not that you won't bless it, but oh my gosh, this is a lot of work for $300. And, just got up the next morning, went into it, put on some music, and as the people came, we got to meet the best people and hear the greatest stories. And that was my favorite part of the whole yard sale experience. We had one woman who just stopped when she found out that this was for a mission trip to Senegal, and she just hugged me and prayed over me. And things like that were just really cool to see. Perfect strangers coming together for this cause. And as we kept going through the day and counted the money at the end, it was just growing and growing and growing. And we raised nearly $1,000 from this yard sale. And it just goes to show how faithful God is. And if He's calling us to do something, He's going to put up the resources for it. So I'm just extremely grateful for that. Also, grateful for this week that I've had a lot of lessons in it. It is still my prayer to be humble enough to learn every single day. And God told me to that, whether it hurts or whether it's a good thing. He's shown me a lot. And this week, the thing that just keeps coming up is that it's okay to say no. In our culture, that's not an easy word to say. It is 1,000 times easier to say yes. In fact, last year, 2018, it started trending the word yesn't. That started with a petition of changing the word no to yesn't and gained traction. I mean, it had around 30,000 signatures worldwide on this petition, to the point that dictionaries started to consider adding it as an actual word. So the story behind that is that it's so hard to say no that another word that makes it better to say no needed to exist. So yesn't, which is yes and not, was it. You can look it up. It's a wild story and really funny to see. But it goes to show that I'm not the only people pleaser in the world. We all have a hard time saying no. We all want to make others happy. We all have a hard time committing. That's a big thing in the whole, worldwide right now, is for events, getting people to RSVP ahead of time, because what if some better opportunity at the last minute comes up and we'd rather say yes to it? So yesn't is what we're getting. It's a maybe. I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying yes. But what I'm going to challenge you to do is to start saying no. So even right now, go ahead and say it out loud. Say no. Even yell it. Just say no. It feels a little good, doesn't it? It's empowering because it takes courage to say the word no. It takes maturity to say it at the right times. And by practicing it and keep saying it, the more you say no, the more natural it'll become, and you'll be this powerhouse that you never realized you could be. P.S. I have my notes over here, so I'm cheating just a little bit. And the thing is, like, going back with saying no to things, it's not that we're always saying no to bad things, or we're saying yes to bad things. We're saying yes to great things. It is great that you want to go to those concerts with your friends. It's a great thing to volunteer at your church, and we should. We are the hands that help keep the church going and others coming into the church. It's a great thing to serve on a nonprofit board or a business board of some sort. I think that's such an honor to be asked. But then are you adding it to the 4 other boards that you're already on? Because I know that's me. But it's okay to say no. Because at the end of the day, when you come home and your plants are dying and the inside of your fridge is dusty, and it would almost be easier to just move and start over and leave the piles of laundry and the miscellaneous things that have just gathered in your rushing in and out of the house, it's time to reconsider. Are we creating lives for ourselves that are healthy, that are battling anxiety and depression? Because the more we fill our lives with just clutter, the heavier that weighs on us. So I'm here to say that it's okay to say no to working past your office hours and working all-nighters. Not to say that there won't be times where you need to do that. So stay flexible. But creating a habit of working those kind of hours and working all into the night and letting work become your escape, that's when it gets dangerous. That's when you lose time with family and friends and you lose sight of what's most important in life. It's okay to say no to distractions during the day so that you can have your most productive day and get all that you need to done at work, so that when 5:30 or whatever your shift might be comes around, you can turn off work and you can be with those people who matter, and you can do things for yourself, working out, eating well, just going for a walk even. We all need that. We all need that self-care. It's okay to say no to overcommitting. Sure, it is great if you want to volunteer at church, but when you are volunteering so much that people think you're staff, or you start to think that you're staff, it's probably time to back off just a little bit. It's okay to say no to guys or girls that aren't compatible with you, aren't meeting your standards, and that's not to sound cocky in any way. It's also a thing to consider your mission. Like, what is your mission in life? And is this person that you're considering, how does their mission match up with yours? Not that they have to have the same mission and purpose in life, but that they should complement each other, not butt heads with each other. It's okay to say no to things that blow your budget. I love concerts, but I can't go to every concert with my friends. It's just not in the budget. And I'm trying to gain financial peace through this Financial Peace University of Dave Ramsey's. There are things that I want in this life that are far outweigh going to every concert, going out to eat every single time with friends. Go sit with your friends. Even if you don't eat out, just go sit with them there. Or have a potluck at your house. Just do different things that are budget friendly and that keep you in a social group, because we still need that community. It's okay to say no to going out one night if you just need to rest. Sometimes propping your feet up on your couch, watching a movie or reading a book or whatever it is you do to relax is so needed, far more than going out and missing out on whatever it might be that night. It means maturity. It means growth to be able to make those decisions. It's okay to say no to unrealistic timelines. So taking a minute to think before you speak will help you from committing to timelines that just are unreal. And that's going to keep you from disappointing others and disappointing yourself. Because when you disappoint others, it falls back on you so hard that you're disappointed in yourself and brings on shame. And a lot of time you recluse a bit, and it's just not healthy. So think before you speak and commit to a timeline you can actually do. It's okay to commit to say no to clients who are going to bring more anxiety and work you harder than the money is worth. And that's a hard one, especially when you are a new business and you are trying to gain as many clients as possible. Be sure to think it through, because it's better to say no to some clients who are going to hurt your reputation more than help you, and to take on fewer clients that you can do really well and gain a strong foundation and reputation with, than going after the money. Because if you're just taking on clients for money, you're going to overcommit and do a poor job, and in the long run you're going to end up losing more money than you will gain. So keep that one in mind. It's also okay to say no to food that zaps your energy more than gives you energy. There are so many nutritious and delicious food options out there that give you fuel for your whole day. These crazy days, we need all the fuel we can get without going to caffeine. And my challenge to you is to just give it a try and see what you think. So going through this today and this week, it's been amazing to see the other business owners and social media managers and just people in general that I've spoken to, even my counselor, about slowing down, taking the time for you, saying no, and how that's been a struggle of theirs, and that they see it a lot in the people that they interact with. It's something on everyone's mind of how do we organize, how do we prepare, how do we say no when we're hitting our limits. And the verse that came to me actually this morning was Psalm 127:2. And I just love this verse because I have never read it before, and it is so incredibly perfect. But it says, "It is in vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives us beloved rest." I love that so much. Sleep and rest is a gift from God, and he doesn't call us to work from 5 or 6 in the morning to crazy hours at night, just anxious in all of our to-do list. Because let's be real, we could work 24 hours a day and still our to-do list would be a mile long. So why not start with saying no, clearing off some of our to-do list that just isn't needed, and really enjoying the rest that he gives us, because we're able to accomplish a realistic timeline with fuel in our body that he's given us. And we're able to enjoy life so much further and live one that's far beyond ourselves. So again, this is Megan with Heart, Mind, Soul, and Strength, and I wish you a great weekend.